Hi guys, this is Angel from PRDV Entertainment. Now tonight I'm not gonna bring nothing for the Unreal Engine, Blender, or any other gaming software. Tonight I'm gonna show you guys a little software that I created. It's a bunch of batch files really, but they do the trick on Windows. Now I created this because I do computer maintenance for servers, networks, POS, and other kinds of computers and stuff like that. My work, I do my own job, so I have a couple of customers that I do maintenance every month. And for real, as if you're a technician, you know that doing maintenance to a computer, checking Windows and everything, that everything is running good takes time. So I built up a couple of batch files with a bunch of menus and stuff like that we use all the resources that Windows has for checking hard drives, RAMs, Windows errors, makes diagnostics, uh, a lot of things really that Windows has that a lot of people don't know about it, and some of them you need to go right through the command prompt, command line to open these options. So let's get right to the point and let's start showing you guys how's the software, how's the bash file, how it works. First of all, in a little zip file, you will have these two files. This folder called files, and the batch that is installed. Now, let me delete it. And first of all, when you try to install, when you open the bash file, this says on number 1, install Run2Clean. On number 2, uninstall, and 3, exit installation. Now, when you install Run2Clean, it installs on your drive, your system drive. On this case, I put here C, just as an example. It can be any drive really. It depends on your computer, how is the window is installed, and what drive is using, what letter. So I'm just going to choose one. You will automatically choose the system drive, which Windows is installed, and he will create a folder there and put all those files over there. He will also create this icon here, Run2Clean with the PRDV logo, and also a folder for updates. I'm still not sure what I'm getting this because on the programming I didn't do nothing to put this on the desktop, so this is the first glitch I got. Eventually I will take care of that. So I'm gonna exit the installation and I'm gonna get inside the software. Now, first of all, this software was made to be used on Windows 8, 8.1, and Windows 10. I haven't tried completely the software on Windows 7. I already tried a couple of things like the maintenance part that it does full maintenance to the computer, but on the part that it has to restart, it doesn't restart, so I need to put some codes for that for the Windows 7. So eventually, if you get more errors and stuff like that, you want to test it out, let me know to see what else I need to fix. Now, the other thing is that when you download the zip file, you may get an alert by your antivirus or something that you have a virus or something in this file, because it has an IP scanner and also a port scanner, so it can scan IPs through internet and networks, local networks, and also it can scan ports. Eventually, all the antiviruses detect those as virus. So, if any case, just put a stop into the antivirus so you don't get blocked the program. It doesn't block the program, it doesn't delete the software. And after that, or just go to the program control of your antivirus and tell them that you don't want to block the software. Okay, so here we have our menu for the Run2Clean by PRDV. Now, on the backup options, I haven't created nothing yet, so it's not implemented. And for the task schedules, we have a full maintenance schedule, we have the schedule for reboot, and the schedule for shutdown. For the reboot and shutdown, I made it once per day, just in case maybe you have customers or you in your house, maybe you go to sleep and you forget to turn down your computer. Maybe you can put a schedule so it can shut down maybe at 12 p.m. or maybe at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. in the morning, whatever time you want to put there. And for the full maintenance schedule, it has a batch file. It has a bunch of setups that it does this cleanup, this defragmentation. It does a checklist for your hard drive. It deletes every file in the temp folder. It stops processes running on Windows that maybe could be viruses and stuff like that. It's a big list, and eventually between every update, the list will be growing more and more and more, depending on how many viruses I put there on the list. That it has to end those processes and stuff like that. I'm not gonna get into the full maintenance schedule because I gotta pass like a lot of questions that I will be asking, like which time, date, whatever, a couple of things. So I'm gonna go back. For the perform computer maintenance is the 4. Here you will have a quick computer maintenance. Well, basically what it does is this cleanup, defragmentation, and check the disk when you restart the computer, and if it finds any errors, it will fix. Now, perform full computer maintenance is basically the same. Let me go back. Basically the same as when you're creating the schedule. When you create the schedule here, it takes the batch file that it has for the perform full computer maintenance. It uses the same batch file. The only difference is when you go into the task scheduler, he will use this same batch file, only he will create a schedule for the date that you want to run it. So you can do it over there here manually, or you can just schedule by going to the schedules and schedule the date that you want it to run. Okay, I'm gonna go back to this one. Select and schedule specific maintenance steps. This is something that is still not implemented. So eventually I will be asking, the software will be asking, like every step. He will make a question like if you want to add this cleanup, if you want to add this defragmentation, if you want to add check this, if you want to delete the DNS host file, if you want to disable proxy, stuff like that. You will just say yes or no, and eventually he will create all those codes in the batch file, and he will put everything in there, and in the end he will tell you if you want to create a schedule for that batch file, and also he will ask you for the name of that batch, so you can make it run on a specific date that you want, specifically only the things that you want it to be on that schedule, on that batch. Okay, so for download and install protection software, it's still not implemented. I'm still working on this. Basically, we will have like different softwares that we have already on the internet, like malware, bytes, CC cleaner, stuff like that, but it will only have the trial versions. If you want the full version, you need to buy it from the inside of the software of the protection software that you will install. Basically, he will download it from here, and he will open the pop-ups installation. He will pop it up so you can install the software and run it and do whatever you want with that software. Basically, we'll have a lot of softwares in here depending on how good they are, because I'm not planning on putting any software. I'm just going to put the good ones. Okay, now for checking here on number 6, from here you will check the updates. So eventually the software will download a file, and he will update any batch file or any type of file that I have inside the R2C folder on the system drive, and eventually when you restart, you will have your software updated. I think with that the installation batch that I created, I think he creates a schedule. I don't remember, I think I added that. He creates a schedule every once per month to connect to the internet and update the software by itself in case you forgot to update it or something. It is good because on the maintenance batch, that is for the full maintenance, eventually I will be adding more and more codes so it can do more things to repair your computer and to make it faster, so the performance can be way much better than it could be right now on your computer. So eventually it's going to be good for the updates. Okay, and the last part here. Let's go to the administrative tools. Now on the administrative tools, we got memory tools, network tools, hard drive tools, information tools, and other tools. Now I'm gonna skip to the fifth tool first, the other tools. Inside here we will have like Windows options, services, tools, different type of stuff that will be working with the services, like disabling Windows Update, enabling the Windows Update, disabling the super prefetch of Windows so it can make your computer a lot faster, stops thinking so much or reading in the hard drive and using so much resources on your computer and stuff like that. There's going to be a lot of things inside the fifth option of this menu, but I'm still working on that menu, so well, eventually you will have to update. Okay, and I made the update just because it's a lot easier for you guys instead of getting inside the website. I'm planning on creating a website for this also. Being in the website, downloading every time an update, a new update, and a new update every time you got to get inside. So I just decided to create this so you can just download the update. It installs everything by itself, and that's it. You got your software updated. Now let's go back to the administrative tools. Now on the memory tools here we have the RAM performance test. Now here's just do a simple test of the RAM to see how quick it is going, and there we go. This is how fast it ran in how much, in 5 seconds. Yeah, in 5 seconds, no, 7 seconds. Okay, and for here we got the Windows memory diagnostic. So from here you can choose to restart now and he will check problems on your RAM or your memory, or you can just restart later and he will schedule for the when you restart the computer to start checking the memories of your PC, your RAM. Now I want to say it again, this software is just a batch file. We're not using nothing really that I created here. It's just a bunch of menus with a bunch of things that maybe you don't know that they exist on Windows. Eventually I had a partner that he was a teacher and he didn't know that Windows had this option, and he was a teacher of computers and networks. So that's the case. A lot of people don't know about these tools, so I'm just putting them right there on the menu so you can use your Windows at full, you know, like you can use everything that it has built on that you don't know. Okay, so remember that this is just menus and stuff like that with a bunch of commands and a bunch of things just to use all the tools that we can get in Windows. Okay, so I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to go back, and for the network tools, here we can see our host names, the computer name, the network adapters. Okay, so here we got the information of all network adapters. We got the active network connections. I'm not going to put this out because it's going to take a little bit long. You can also reset the WinSock right from here without putting so much codes and stuff like that on the command line, the command prompt. You just need to press 3 and that's it. From here you can ping an address. So let's choose maybe my gateway. So from here he will do it by itself. Okay. You have the IP network scanner. So let me choose only to scan from 1 to whatever, 10. I'm gonna put 10. Oh, I forgot. I need to move something out of here. Okay, so I'll work with that later. I put some files inside the folder and not supposed to be there. Okay, so we need to open this again. Okay, anyway, he did it. So here it goes. I'm gonna close it out. And for the port scanner is the same thing. For creating a permanent route. Now this is something advanced. I don't think people normal people that don't work with network will know what to do with this. But basically, network administrators will know what I'm talking about with this option, and it's something that helps a lot. Okay, now also for a lot of people, normal people that want to use the DNS address in the host file, you can block certain pages from the internet, so it can't be viewed on the browser, on any browser on the computer that you put this. So I'm gonna choose the option and say view address. I don't have nothing. So let's say that maybe I want to block an address. Maybe it's a porn address that you don't want your children to see. Let's say maybe let's block Google. The name, DNS name or web address you want to block. Let's say that is google.com. And the IP address, let's say that is the local host. This IP belongs to the local computer. Let's put another one. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say this time it will have the www. I'm going to put the same IP address. So it's going to redirect to this computer, to your same computer. Let's say that I'm not going to put anything else. Okay? So let's say that I want to go to Google. I need to close this first. There we go. Let's say I want to go to Google. And Google is blocked. Okay? Now let's view the address. So here we go. You press 1, you can view whatever you have inside. It says that every time you get into Google, it will go to this address that is the same computer that you are playing with at the moment. So I'm going to delete the file. Host files has been deleted from Windows System 32, drivers, etc, blah blah blah. Okay, so now let's go to Firefox. And there we are inside once again. Okay, so I think for networks we can still add more stuff. I plan on creating a big list of a bunch of things, but eventually it will be by update by update. So okay, for hard drive tools, now in hard drive tools we can check all the hard drives for errors. He will make a deep scan, so basically he will scan every sector and repair whatever has damage. So if you have maybe data that you can't restore, you can't get from the disk, maybe after repairing the hard drive you can cache that and restore all the info that maybe you thought that it was lost. It has the disk defragmentation, so it will defrag every hard drive, USB, jump drive, flash drive, whatever you want to call it, on your computer connected. It also has a system file check that verifies the integrity violations on Windows on your computer, and also the Cipher. That the best thing that I like about the Cipher is that basically everything that you delete that maybe you put on the recycle bin and then you empty the recycle bin and you think that maybe you deleted everything on your computer, well, you're wrong, because they always stay in some place on the hard drive compressed. The Cipher basically with the command that I put, basically he will erase, he will delete all those files that have been deleted from the recycle bin, and he will swipe it out from the hard drive, from the computer. So basically nobody can retrieve that information, pictures, videos, music, whatever you had in there that was deleted. Okay, well, this is something that you need to think about it first. Use it at your own risk, because maybe you delete something and maybe you forgot that you didn't copy it, you didn't make a backup, and maybe you want to restore it. And if you ran Cipher, then you can say bye-bye to that information. Okay, so use at your own risk and use it wisely. Okay, so let's go back. For information tools, we can get a bunch of Windows errors that we've been having per days. So let's see here. Dr. Watson has had a problem. Messaging had a problem. Windows messaging. Dr. Watson desktop window manager. So a bunch of errors and stuff like that he will tell you, so you can start checking what is going on with your computer so you can repair it, or with the computer of your customer. Okay, for the system in performance and test reports, it's something that it takes time, but it basically does a diagnostic of everything on your computer, RAM, performance, CPU, processes, whatever he can check on your computer, and he just bring like a big table or everything on it, so you can start checking what's going on with your computer, if it's running good or not. So I'm gonna leave it here just for 1 minute. So just give me 1 minute so you can show you guys what it does. I always do these videos so late. Look at this. It's 2:31 a.m. I'm still awake and I've got to get up at 6. This is bad. This is freaking bad. I'm not tired. I got to get up at 6 and I'm not tired. I'm not sleepy or anything. And I sound like I just woke up or something like that. Oh, come on, hurry up. It says 1 minute. So, okay, so here we go. So basically he's saying that the check for the OS, everything has passed okay. For the disk also, security center test also, system services also, blah blah blah. For the CPU, network, disk, memory. And in here you can check different type of diagnostics with the info inside. See? Process ID, the ports, blah blah blah, inbound, outbound, stuff like that. So there's something that can help you a lot. Okay, for the full system information. Now for the full system information, he will just create a text file that he will give you all the information of your computer. Something that I'm not going to do. I'm just going to pull out the number 4, the network information. It does the same thing. It puts all the info in the text file on a notepad, so you can save it if you need it for later use or something, or maybe that you need it to give it to your customer, so you can save that file for later on, stuff like that. I'm going to open this one. Okay. From here I have everything for my network. So here, if I want to choose, I can just save it and use it later for anything that I want to do with this information. Okay, also for the list of processes, basically open the task manager and task list. It gives you every process that you are running. It's taking resources on your computer by memory and stuff like that. Okay, and I think that's all for this one, for the information tools. Okay, and for the other tools, like I told you, I'm going to be putting like to disable and enable services on Windows, stuff that can help you really a lot on your computer, so I can make it run faster, smoother, and cleaner, let's say like that. There's a bunch of things. I'm still working on a lot of things, but eventually everything will be on the updates. So I'll put the link on the description so you can download this version, and as soon as I get things running better with new menus and stuff like that, just try to check for updates every week, because I'm working every day, every night with this stuff, and this, at least is for me, is helping me a lot on my work. So this is Angel from PRDV Entertainment. If you like this video and if you like this software, hit the thumbs up, comment on it, and remember, if you want to test it on Windows 7 Vista, I haven't tested really good on those systems, so if you want to test those, let me know if something goes wrong, if we have a bug, a glitch or something, and I'll try to work it out to make it better for that OS too. And if you have any other kind of ideas that I can add to this menus and stuff like that, so it can help people out and having more options and more stuff that they can do for performance and for fixing computers, then let me know. This is Angel from PRDV Entertainment. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye guys.